Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Just after 3 o'clock, Friday the 8th, we're live. Time for the final hour. We got about 55 minutes here for the close. I still have some work to do. I'm going to make a judgment call and start rolling down some ownership of, I think it is Baidu. Yes, I have some shares of Baidu. 89.18 is my current level. I'm just going to be aggressive on lowering the cost basis. My intention was trying to make, $2,000-$3,000 on this trade if the China stimulus thing was going to work out. It's not looking great. I don't think the stock's necessarily falling all the way back down to lows that we saw, August and July. But it is in my best interest to lower the cost basis dramatically, which I think right now is in the low 90s, and we're sitting right there, so I can at least collect some premium. And taking this 130 covered call that went from $5, which is now trading for like 40 cents, it is silly for me to sit on this thing for another couple of months to try to grab 40 cents when I can clearly grab $5, $6, $7, $8 of premium. So I'm going to do that right now. Let's see here. Stream. All right, let me see how this is working. All right. Okay, so I'm going to get to work on this. Typing away, yes, everything's coming through loud and clear. So I'm going to start account by account. This one here. I've got the 130 covered call. That's a trade price of $4.96. Let me double check on my spreadsheet. What is my break even on Baidu? So I have the ratio spread that was assigned. Okay. I have the credit. I have the repair trades at 88.18, and personal is all the way down to 87.54. See if there's any more to that. There probably is not. Willing to own, roll, updated, break even. Okay, so I think to be safe, I want to try to get like a call away around like $95. That would give me anywhere between $7 to $8 per share. And yeah, that'd give me like $500 to $600 a profit. I'd be okay with that as a repair. I can also like be more crafty and roll it out. If price starts to go back up, I can also roll it. So let me see what this looks like. All right. So I'm going to explore some rolls. And if we don't eat no rolls, wait, what did everyone see the movie? Sorry, this is like the sixth session I've done today, so my voice is a little shot. What is it? Robin Hood Men in Tights? Don't let my name fool you. They call me Little John, but in real life, I'm very big. And then he's sitting there and he says something like, if we don't get no tolls, we don't eat no rolls. All right, enough of my movie references. Let's roll that beautiful bean footage and get some calls. So I'm going to go ahead and roll this out, which right now I'm all the way up to 1.30. So I'm going to roll this thing way down. Where the heck did it go? December 20th. Oh, I got to flip this around. There we go. There's my 130. If I roll this all the way down to, let's roll this to like $90, I get another $5.31, which brings my cost basis down. So let me think here. If I lower my cost basis down $5.20, that takes me from 88.18, so 88.18 minus 5.28 brings me down to 82. Get it called away at 90. I make $710 on this stock. That's not too shabby. I could lower it down to 91. So 88.18 minus the 4.95, 83.83, get it called away at 91, make 777. Let's see. Let me see if this stock can clearly go lower. I don't mind having a little bit more commitment to it. It's not super expensive. If we can pull, even if we retest this low at 80 and we get a bump back up into the 90s, I kind of like this like $96 to $100 zone. Let me see if I go out another week. So take this into January, roll this up to 95 or 100. This might be worth it for me. That's out another fudge, man. That's out another 30 days. All right. I'll take the expiration down to the 27th. That's only one more week further. I'm rolling it way the heck down there in strike prices, but I will make this one a 95. So let's do the math. I'll make it a 95 if we have 88.18 minus 3.65 on the roll, or 348 on the roll, 3.48 on the roll. Get it called away at 95. I make 10 times 100. I make $1,000 per $1,000 per account. That's going to be about $8,000 on the trade. It's better than sitting in a drawdown, that's for sure. So let me see if I can do that. So I'm going to roll this. Let me see if I get 350 for it. And that would be closing out the 130 call, rolling the strike prices down to 95, repairing the crap out of this thing, still getting $3.50 of credit, getting it called away at a strike price that's $7 or $8 higher. This now lowers my cost basis down to 85 and change or lower. See if I can get 350 for this. 350 not filling. Let's try the 345. Oh, you dirty dog. 344. 343. Hopefully no less than 340. All right, let's try 340. Filled at 340 on the roll. Okay, got it. Next up, have the shares. This one is shares. There is no covered call. Price is 89.57. I will just add that same call and collect the premium. I'm going to do a 95. So in this account, this is 9732. Add in a December 20th. Add in the 95. Get 370. Let me see if I can get 375 for this bad boy. 375. Filled at 375. All right, so I could keep some track here. So 80. All right, so I'm rolling. So I've got 6830 rolled to 1227 and down to 95 for 3.43 or 3.40. What was that roll? 3.40. And that break even will be, lots of tracking here, 88.18 minus 3.40 brings me down to 84.78. 84.78. And then 9732 was a buy price of 89.57. Buy price at 89.57. Added 1227. Expiration 95. Covered call or 3.75. Gives me a break even there. So 89.57 minus 3.75, 85.82. Okay, if that gets called away at 95, I make 918 per share. Good with that. This one, bought the shares, worked the cost basis down. I got it covered at 130. This one's trading for 501. Now trading for 5 cents. Let's roll this bad boy down. 95. Same thing here. 340. Let's see if that one will fill. Come on, 340 you can't fill. 339. I should get the mid price, man. 337. Why are you guys being turds? 336. Filled at 336. Okay, so 84.78. Break even 84.81. That's 8. Set actually 82. and that is account 9111. All righty, next up, we have some shares here, covered at 125, paid 517. This one I can roll way down. Bought it at 99, repaired it down. Still not done. Okay, this is 7634. Buy price 99.25. So this one I'm going to roll. I'm going to roll this one to 100 just to be on the safe side. See if I can roll this for 210. Okay, hopefully more than $2 on this one. Come on, give me at 205 at least. All right, hopefully $2. 204. All right. Added 12.27 expiration 100. Sell call for 204. Okay. And this account 445 on the covered call. Shares at 111. Work the cost basis down. This one I'm going to roll out a week down to 95. 345 hopefully. All right, maybe the same as the other ones. Son of a bee. 38. 38. Okay. And that is, so that break even should be 84.80. Okay, this one should only have fractionals. No covered call on this one. This one I'll throw in 95. Okay. It's not filling me. All right, I see some questions here. That one is, wait a minute. That one's already rolled, 9072. Okay. This one, let's add that 95, 370, 9072. Come on now. 365. Okay, that is 9072. I have the shares at 89.57. Added 12.27 covered call for 3.65. Break even. Added 12.27.95. Okay, so let me do the number crunching on that one. 89.57 minus 3.65, 89, 85.92. And I think one more account here. Yep, and uncovered 89.56. Add in the 95, 370. Survey says filled at 370. Yay. Okay. So that's a little bit of work on old Baidu, but hopefully about $1,000 per account just for a little flipperoo. 27 expiration 95 covered call for 3.70. Puts me at a break even. Quick numbers, and then let's take some requests. 85, 89.56 minus 3.70, 85.86. 85.86. That can't be right. So 89.56 minus 370, that is right, 85.86. I think I did the other one incorrectly. 89.57 minus 3.65, 85.92. Okay. I can read. All right, that's it. So little repair on Baidu, lowering the cost basis. Caterpillar going my way, bear put spread. I need this thing to get up towards $2 or higher before I close it. I like that trade. Gold play there. Made it all the way down through the portfolio today. Okay. Let's see. Bull call. It's already hit 280 and it's on the pullback. So what is that? You're going long on MicroStrategy? That's fine. Whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know what the timeline is. There's like I'm bullish on MicroStrategy. I just don't want to have to call the move in a week or so. I will. I mean, I bought this like deep in the money bull call spread for nothing. It's a $15 max profit for a 330 risk. If we get any decent pullbacks here on my moving averages, then I will happily scoop up some more MicroStrategy. I've got ratio spreads galore. I'm long on coin. I've got all sorts of stuff. So I don't need to chase. I mean, Coinbase is way, way up here. I've got a 220 by 230 that's now trading at 268. I actually want to check on Coinbase here. So there's time in the trade, but this could be an interesting profit. Max profit is $10, and I'm curious what it's trading for right now. If I go to Coinbase, Coinbase is right here, 220 by 230. About $300 out of a max profit of 7-ish. So I got into the trade for 371, which means $6.71 is my max profit. So the nice thing is if I don't do anything, I mean, we're trading at 267. Let me just go to the stock here on Coinbase. What was the expiration? January 17th. Okay, so if we stay, I mean, we're almost near the bottom end of the expected move. I mean, if Coinbase goes higher with Bitcoin going higher, then this moves up, this expected move shifts lower, and this trade gains and profits. So right now it's trading for, let me see what the close is. So if I were to close this trade right now, I can close it out for 658. Now, if I close it out for 658, 6.58 minus the 317 that I took the trade for, I'd make 341. That's a pretty good profit. But my max profit is $6.33. So if I take the profit now, 341 divided by 6.29, oops, 341 divided by 6.29, I'd be closing for about a 54% take profit, which is not awful. I don't mind taking the income. It's a nice little bump. I don't know if I can get the fill that I really want. I probably get to sit on over the weekend. I don't know. I think I'm going to let this one just marinate. I think Bitcoin has a pretty good upside still. I think that's one of our good like Q4 directions would be just to be long Bitcoin and see if we get that ripped to 100K. Okay, SoFi screaming. Is it? Okay, a lot of you out there brag about this ripping and screaming. 1280 is good. Yeah, it's good. It's going pretty well. I don't have anything covered on it. I'm 300 shares long on SoFi. Certainly don't mind that. I think I put a limit order in at $13.50 or $14. Let me see. I've got a $19 limit on SoFi. I am not opposed to maybe selling some premium if it's worth it. It could certainly be a cost basis. So if I sold a 13 or even sold an in the money at 13.50, let me go out to, I mean, what can happen is this can get burned where I go out to the end of the year, the 27th or so, and I want to sell I mean, it's like the premium is decent until like $14 and then it just really tapers off. So I can get 57 cents on 300 shares. That's 160 bucks or so, 170 bucks, which is fine if I don't get the stock called away. If I do get the stock called away, then I've got cost basis of currently up about 800 bucks. Add another $1.20, okay, plus a covered call at 57. So $1.77 on 300 shares. Yeah, so I'd have $531 on top of my current $800 position. So I could close it out for 1331 profit. That's not bad. That's not bad. Or I can just let it rip and have this be a technical measured move. Let me see what symmetry looks like here. Let me measure some symmetry. So this actually, let's copy this. So this symmetry looks good, and that symmetry being hit. So we are creeping up to that symmetry, which is why I put that alert there at 1350. But if this is kind of nice. If this is a low and we have a wave one, if this is wave one, two, wave three, I'll pull back here to wave four. Ladies and gentlemen, would like to welcome a wave five into the mix. Although I will say this, there is a decent amount of resistance here because that was previous support, and that's also right around where we initially came to market in SoFi. So if I'm going to be greedy, I'd be holding out for this measured move all the way up here towards about $18, $19, which is where I set my limit. If I want to just take the money and run, probably doing that within the next dollar, dollar 10. Okay. All right. So let me think. I just don't think the premiums are that great to be like selling a call right away. Although it's nice. I mean, I don't mind increasing the profit. But if this thing does actually scream like you're saying, and it's all of a sudden ripping through $13 and $14, well, I can then do a like in the money covered call, have the thing basically be the same cost basis as getting it called away at $14, $15, but increase the probability that I get it called away by doing like a $10 or $11 covered call instead of going out of the money. So I prefer to almost do an in the money covered call and maybe grab an extra 20, 30 cents a premium by lowering the cost basis in a deeper way. So I think I'm just let this rip a little bit. If this chart alarm goes off, that's my measured symmetry. If we do have this, and I'll be watching for a potential fifth wave. So 1, 2, 3. If this is a wave 4 that's about to pull back, I'd love to see that. Wave 5 might be like the slower, choppier one, but if we do push up into the higher teens, I will be looking to trail profit and then adding some options to lower the cost basis and let it do its thing. Palantir, yep, I saw Palantir's up to like 56. Um, Insane, man. Good on Palantir. I think a lot of this was just straight up order flows. I mean, it was dirt cheap. It had all this potential. I wish I had more shares. I don't. I just have a bunch of ratio spreads and naked puts, which is not the end of the world. But man, I didn't do nearly enough on this stock. But also, I didn't think that the stock would be going to nothing but a 21 pullback. That is all we've had since the August 5th bottom. Okay. We had a 21 period, not even 21 period, and that's it, man. This thing has just kissed the shallowest of shallow pullbacks. So I don't chase. It is what it is. But overall position, it's fine. I'm not up a bunch of money. Palantir for me is up around 2,300 bucks. Who cares? I wish it was more. I wish I owned it. But I didn't. So whatever. It'll be good income. I don't really have to do anything. Credit spreads are looking good. Ratio spreads looking good. Naked puts, I'll let them expire. They're so far, out of the money that they'll just give me full credit, and I don't do anything to manage them. Is there a gamma squeeze on Tesla? I don't know. Let's find out. 319. Holy squeeze. I think this is a lot to do with like, there's a lot more political gain here, or a political angle, I should say, that Elon Musk has, and he's kind of got an inside track to DC. So I would not be surprised if there is some administration policy that is benefiting Tesla, along with other companies. But it's like I can't get enough Tesla right now, outside of not freaking buying all-time highs. Like it's not at all-time highs. But see what I'm saying? Like I'm not buying this stupid squeeze. Okay, what I'm going to look for is normal. And what am I doing? Here are my positions on Tesla. So I like it. I kind of can't get enough of it, but I'm still trading risk management. So not Tiva, Tesla. There we go. So I have a ratio spread right there. I have a ratio spread right there. I have a bull call spread right there. And I have a bull put spread right there. Now, these may be mostly in profit. Let me see what this bull call spread is trading for. So I got into that trade for, let me do the math, 250 by 255 bull call spread. And that trade, so it's a $5 max profit, 23.65 minus 21.40. I paid 225 for max profit of 275. Let's see what this is trading for right now. Max profit would be a $5 credit. It's trading for 410. So my max profit is 275. I'm missing out on 90 cents. I make a net $1.85 out of a 225 risk. I'm collecting about 82% of the max profit right now. It's okay. But is Tesla coming back to 250? I don't think so. I think I can let this one go and expire. I don't know. I mean, look, the worst thing, in my opinion, is just to frickin' chase. You might be proven right. You certainly get proven right more in stocks when these things rip and go nuts. You get proven right more in stocks than anything else. But I've traded currencies too long. I've traded stocks too long. I've traded, it's just, I don't like to buy highs. And so I'm looking to see, does this actually have, what melts up and what rips up? Does it rip down for just a violent pullback and then it finds balance? And I'm just going to be prepared for that. Like the last thing I want to do is buy shares at 318 and hope it goes higher, because it might. But if I buy it right here and then next week this thing is down 5%, I'm going to be pissed. So I'm not going to let that bother me, and I'm just going to let it do its thing. Okay. There's a lot of money to be made here. I'll take a look at what the overall portfolio is doing. It should be okay in my overall position on Tesla. Tesla right now is up around $9,100 with a lot more income to go. So income on credit spreads, income on ratio spreads, income on everything, debit spreads, that this maybe has some more time in it. And, maybe I can turn this into like $12,000, $13,000 without ever having to own the shares. But I had said this for the last month. The premiums are so good on Tesla, I wouldn't mind owning the shares. Okay. Tasty versus Thinkorswim. Well, you see me use Tasty every single day. The way I like it is because I got all these accounts in Tasty, and it's easy as heck to navigate. It is super quick. It's trader friendly. And if you didn't know this, the same creators that built Thinkorswim built Tasty Trade, but they did it after because they sold Thinkorswim for $1 billion. Okay. And then they built Tasty Trade and built a faster, sleeker, more trader friendly platform. So that's why I like Tasty Trade, because it takes all the tools, all the bells and whistles that have Thinkorswim, which is great, but it makes it way more intuitive and easier to follow. So I can trade, way faster, finding all the information. I don't know. It's just a lot easier. I've had 2 platforms in my life that I've had to learn how to use. Tasty's not one of them. Okay. Thinkorswim and Interactive Brokers were the 2 platforms I used over my career that I had to watch videos and learn how to navigate a platform. There's a lot of, there's a lot of stuff, which is great because it's everything you would need in a broker platform. But it was not easy to get oriented with those platforms. So I have Schwab, and Schwab rolled into Thinkorswim, so I use the Thinkorswim web platform. It's just easier to use. Okay, I can log in from anywhere, and it's a little bit more like button friendly, and the layout seems a little bit more straightforward. Tasty Trade, I've got all my accounts linked in one spot, so I can just place all those trades, and it is easy for me. Mike, there you go. I've got 800 shares, made a lot the last couple weeks. Freaking awesome, dude. Yeah, I mean, look, don't stop it. I mean, if anything, it's like, yeah, sell some covered calls if you want to. Try to get out of the way, roll your covered calls, like just let it freaking go. I mean, I have said on Tesla that this to me is open space. I like bullish on Tesla. I really do. I would love a bull flag in here to then continue and add in some more debit spreads. Okay, even credit spreads. I don't really care, but man, it's nuts. I mean, if I did like a 300 by 295, it's like, okay, do I take the shares at 3? I mean, I was going to take the shares down here at 240. I was going to take the shares down here in the 200s. And now I'm trying to justify like, oh, I guess I'll take shares at $300. I'm like, maybe not. But I will say this, I don't mind just dollar cost averaging. So if we get a flag, maybe I can allocate $1,000 to that. And if it pulls back again, another $1,000, but not tie up like 20 grand to play an option game here. So I'll just use my high premiums, spreads, ratio spreads, credits and debits, all that stuff, and see if it wants to get back to this high. This green box is on my chart for a reason. Okay. A, B, C, D. This is the all-time high. We've been wedging like this. Look at this head and shoulders pattern, left shoulder, head to neckline. We're breaking out of that neckline right now. Any pullback, if we get one, would be a great time to buy. Any bull flag would be a great time to buy. If this just goes straight up, okay, fine. But that's my target. If I'm long on Tesla, at least in the near term, I'd love to see price hit all-time highs. Obviously it can go higher, but that would be a measured move for me. Okay, there you go. Mike says selling calls on Tesla every week, collecting $2 to $3 on a 20 delta. Awesome. Now, my question to you, Mike, is has it been going high enough or fast enough that it's running through your 20 delta? I mean, that's a big fat rip, dude. So I'd be wondering if your 20 delta is actually getting threatened, unless you're going out far enough in time that it's still out there at a 20 delta, because that's a good one. I mean, 20 to 25 delta is pretty mechanical. That's not really intending to get it called away, but obviously still collecting $2 to $3, or you go out and you roll it and you kind of roll it out and up a little bit would be helpful. But I've gotten myself caught like that where I'm in a stock that's going really, really well. It's ripping through my call side, and I try to roll it and I roll it. And eventually you get to the point where the stock moves so fast that you can't roll it for a credit unless you're literally going out like 6 months or 12 months. And then you're stuck in that thing pretty much the entire time until you want the covered call to actually mean something. So if you can roll it for credit, great. If you roll it for a break even, it's not worth it. If you roll it for debits, it's not really worth it, in my opinion. That's just my balance. Oh, there you go. So Mike says last 2 weeks I didn't sell calls. Well, Mike, you're a genius. that's that's so good to have this thing running like uncovered. So yeah, man, keep it up, dude. I love it. That's not true, Mark. Mark says trade thousands of contracts. That's not true. I trade 1 or 2 contracts a day. I just take 5 to 10,000 trades a year. So when they say thousands of contracts, that means they want you to take thousands of trades. So you're trying to give them a pattern of, hey, this trader is going to place, 4, 5, 6,000 trades a year, and then they'll listen for the commission stuff. So that's all. They want to see that you're active enough to put forth like 4, 5, 6,000 trades, and then they'll listen. They will. They're not unreasonable. They want traders to trade. They want traders that yeah, you're going to pay commissions, but if you're active, it's a win-win. So I don't know. Just give it some time. If you're active and you're trading, do the math. I mean, after 1 month, how many trades you place, how many contracts you trade, you know. So if it's like, yeah, I did 1,000 total contracts this month, then tell them, look, man, I'm doing this trade all month. That's 1,000 contracts a month. That's over 10,000 trades a year, easy. Then they'll probably listen. Okay. All right. Watching your live stream about waterfall. What's the difference? Daily income is that it's a daily strategy. So we jump into the markets every single day with my daily profit play. Waterfall income, I'm doing it once a week, and but both, in their own right. I love doing both of them. Okay, it's a nice way to spend some time with everybody. We got some really simple ways to attack the market. We've got some income opportunities on both of them. So, it's hopefully one of the two services you just gravitate towards. Like, do you want to trade every day? You want to trade every week? Try to make it simple. Up to you. All right, I probably got some chats coming in here. Okay. All right, let me see if I can hang on a second. All right. Let me find something really quickly here. All right, I've got to play a quick video on my end. Just give me like 60 seconds to see if I can find this proper point. There we go. All right, we're good. Okay, Tesla's good. Mike, keep freaking ripping it, dude. I love it. Got an idea for a futures trade. Be long futures, man. That's what Frank from Tasty told me, so they're not giving up the discount. What's that mean? Still waiting on the US dollar. Gold hasn't had a big pullback. Yeah, here's my. Oh, so you want to talk futures? This is what there's only a few trades in futures that I'm really eyeing. I don't think it's fair to be like, yeah, I'm going to trade future. Look, if I trade the S&P futures, either I am trading this with like some scalps. Here's my workspace here. I'll get this one out of here. I'm either trading it with some scalps, which again today, let me see what today did. So today was just a slow and steady melt up again, and we're trying to fade slightly later on, but just a nice straightforward like rip higher. And we've got about 11 to 40, so about 29 points on the day. Is that right? Yeah, about 30 points on the day. The NASDAQ seemed a little bit choppier. So this one this morning, way noisier. Wow, way noisier. NASDAQ futures went pretty much nowhere. So that was interesting. But if I'm either trading and scalping, I just look for a 15-minute breakout. I trade micros typically, so I'm buying MNQ on NASDAQ, or I'm buying MES on S&P, or I am using ES, MES, NQ, MNQ to hedge. Mostly my futures contracts to me are hedges on the indexes to help offset any type of like pullbacks and drawdowns that the overall portfolio may experience. And then futures wise, I trade a lot of gold, a lot of silver. I did take some copper trades earlier on. I do trade CL, which is oil. The one trade I was looking at this week, I didn't end up taking the trade. I didn't like the reward to risk, but I was looking at oil. Okay, oil is sitting here at 70.49. You know what I'm going to try to do here? Actually, this may not be, I don't know. Let me see how this trade sets up. CL, there may not be enough time in the trade, but I'm going to test it. Okay. If I go CL and I can go out to, oh, heck, I don't know. I mean, I guess before we have like the typical summer run up where we see oil prices usually go higher, that'd be like May to July when it's demand. But if we go out to like March or April, I wonder if I were to buy the 69.50 and sell the 69, I can risk 240 to make 260. If I go one strike lower, I can risk 240 to make 260. Well, that's not going to be any better. 230 to make 270, and that's about $1 lower on CL. Now, I guess if I wanted to take a trade on CL, risking 240 to make 260, all I'm really expressing here is that I think oil ends up breaking the floor. You know, I mean, and I've been saying that like I don't know. I could be dead wrong if I risk a $200, $240 in this trade. Like obviously not the end of the world. There's no assignment risk. I'd be doing a debit spread. But if we end up breaking the floor here, then I think that trade looks pretty good. So, I mean, how confident am I? I mean, enough to put $240 of risk on it. And if I'm wrong, cool, I'll take the risk. If I'm right and we're all the way down here, I could be way more aggressive on trades if we really break aggressively, and I can shorten the time frame up and shorten that horizon, and I can try to go after something that's more meaningful. Like, yeah, I'll generate a couple trades in the short term and try to grab some additional profits on oil. But I was originally looking at oil doing a strangle where I was like, okay, I'll sell up here, I'll sell down here, try to get this chop, collect some premium. But it was going to be like $6,000 or $8,000 in buying power for maybe making 100 and some bucks. I'm like, that's just not worth it to me. So I don't love it, you know. But a bear put spread that I could buy and see if price goes lower. I just need to see if CL will break 66. So I could buy the 69.50, sell the 69, make 260 a contract. If I went out for two contracts, I risk 480 to make 520. If I want to go one strike lower, I risk 480 to make 520. That doesn't really move the needle. If I do a 460 to 540, that's a little bit better, but I'd have to go kind of in the money. It's still the same. It's like the premiums on the downside are pretty much the same. So I'm almost better off just trading it this way. I risk 480 to make 520 if it's liquid enough to fill me. The spread's pretty tight. 19-cent bid, 24-cent mid, 30-cent ask. That's pretty tight. If I go one strike higher, that's a 1-to-1. Let me go back to one contract. So I could go 250 to 250 here, and if price just has to go below 69.50 by April, that'd be okay. If I wanted to increase a little bit more, I mean, it's pretty fair. I don't know. Do I love oil that much? Like, not really. I'd rather just wait for gold and silver to pull back, to be honest. And this week, I was actually pretty frustrated because my Bitcoin futures, Ethereum futures in Tacey's account, the micro Bitcoin is only set to closing only, which is really annoying. I wanted to trade micro Bitcoin this week so badly. that I was just like, fudge it. I'll get more MicroStrategy, Coinbase. I'll add some more to IBIT, but I couldn't get filled on a Bitcoin futures trade. So I'll pass. But gold, I put in a credit spread this week. GC, I would say this. I don't mind a trade, and this is what I'll say on GC. Okay, if I do a call spread, so let's go GC. Here's why I'm not going to take the trade. I can only go out to February of 2025. That's not long enough. Okay, GLD, I can go out to January of 2026, and I can express I will be long given gold the entire year to put me in profit at a pullback. We just had like a 4 to 5% pullback on gold, so I'm going out over 12 months to put in some credit spreads on GLD. Okay, I'm okay with that. Now I could also, actually I'll do the same thing. Let me look at the same trade on GLD. So if I go GLD here, okay, I put in a 245 by 240. I'm going to see if I can do a 245 by 250 bull call spread, and that's kind of like doubling down, but just taking a different trade with no credit risk, or I'm sorry, no assignment risk. But I went to 2026. There is my bull put spread, or bull put spread. So I sold the 245, bought the 240, and if I were to buy the 245 and sell the 250, I'm probably going to go one strike higher. I mean, come on, man. I risk 245 to make 255. Fine. I like the trade enough to take the trade. It's out far enough. I don't have to worry about it. There's no assignment risk. So let's take the trade. I'm going to go for a 245 fill, trying to make 255 on one contract. That way, if I'm right, I will make $245 here, $245 here. So I make what? $490. Okay. Now that doesn't really move the needle for me. That doesn't get me excited about anything, nor am I trying to. But what I'm going to do with this style of trade is if gold continues to go lower, I'm going to do the same style of trade. Credit spread, debit spread, credit spread, debit spread. And I will still level into gold until we find either new highs or a range that I can determine, okay, I'm going to buy some more here. And I think gold's going higher over the next 12 months. Okay. If you buy physical gold, you want it in hand? No, because I'm going to trade with stocks and options, and I'm going to use leverage, and I'm going to do, I'm not going to tie up cash. I don't even know if I add physical gold, how the hell do I get rid of it? Never get rid of it. It's going to be a barter when the world ends and we're living Mad Max style. It's like, I'm just going to trade it, dude. I don't want it. I like physical gold, physical silver. That's a whole different market that I'm not interested in playing right now. I missed that boat probably 20 years ago. And I'm not going to chase the crap now when we're sitting here at all-time highs and I got to buy a Costco bar for $3,000. So I'm just going to trade GLD and, express that I like gold long, and I'm going to speculate on the price. Oh, sorry. Okay, I thought that was me. Oh, yeah, Thomas says real gold and storing it. Yeah. Go for it, dude. I don't know. If I guess I want to store stuff, I'd rather have cash, batteries, and canned soup. Gold is just going to look nice, but I don't know. I'd rather just trade it. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, here we go. I'm going to get into a 250 by 255. Hopefully I can get filled here right at the mid. If not, 245 hopefully is the max I get filled at. So I'm going to try to go, let's do a debit spread, 243. Not filling. Let's try 240. Oh, 260. What? I'm not paying 260 for this debit. I'm freaking in the money, man. Well, that's lame. Hang on, I'll try to go 245. Nope. All right, well, that's not going to work. Let's go out another month. So let's see if I can buy the 250 by 255. This one's better. All right, I'm going to go out to March, buy the 250, and sell the 255. This mid price is 225. That gives me a 275 upside. I like the trade a little bit more. Hopefully it gets filled there. Let's go after it. Awesome. So I'm going to take a March 21st, 2025, 250 buy call and 255 sell call. Cost me 225, gives me a profit of 275. So 275 over 225, that's 122% return on risk. I'll take that trade. So I'm going to throw that in the old Pulver alerts. Let's go. That's going to be in my commodities section. Okay, so GLD. Oops, wrong button. 321.25. Oh, son of a B. Damn it. I meant to go out further. Well, crud. That's not the trade I wanted to take, actually, so never mind. Let me go. Ah, dang it. I meant to go out to. Okay, I can't even take the trade that I thought I was going to March 2026. It's okay. Let me get out of this trade. 225. Let me see if I can close this trade down. That was GLD. This one. All right, see if I can close it for 225. Of course, I'm going to have to take a small loss on it. You know, idiots. Come on, no more than 5 cents. Don't punish me too bad. All right, filled at 223. I took a 2-cent loss. All right, so that's not the trade I want to take. I tried to go. I want to go to March 2026. Can't take the trade. So I can, however, go to January 2026, which I was looking at, June 2026, which I can look at as well. This one, I mean, this is crazy, but it's only 213. I'm going out further. I could care less. I'm going to take this trade. 215 to make 285. I'll take that trade. And I will stack these things out and just have gold running for 12 to 16 months and just let it be maybe something that helps me make another 5 or 10% next year. So I'll take the trade. All right. Okay. 215 debit. Hopefully that gets filled. 217. All right. 220 final offer. I'll try to go mid at 217. 218. Hopefully less than 220. All right. 220. I know we got 8 minutes left. All right. No more than 225. Come on. 222. Feels like an auction house sometimes. All right. 225. I'm just throwing it in. Let's see what happens. 225. Garbage. 226. 227. You got to be kidding me. I know the spread's a little bit wider. I'll go 230 final offer. All right, not filling. Fudge it. I'm out. No trade. I'm canceling it. Anyway, let me go back to my theory on this trade. So I like the spot. I put in a credit spread right there. The reason I put in a credit spread is because if price were to drop aggressively, I can take the long put and I can take the ownership of the shares that I want to have. I want to have more shares of GLD. I will gladly scoop up at a discount anything at the 100, 144, or 200 moving average and stay long gold, period. Okay. Now, as far as option trades, I don't want to have to be on the hook for, 3 months later, we've got to be at these highs. 6 months later, maybe. 12 months later, sure. I'll go out 12 months and not worry about it. But over the next 1 to 3 to 4 months, this could still be dropping and correcting just because we haven't had a pullback in a while. And all this could be the run up that was anticipating, the buy the rumor, sell the news of, okay, so Trump's elected, the dollar's going to get stronger, whatever. I don't know. But I think there's just decent pullbacks that are available. So if we get them, I'm going to express some options like this. If we hit, we already did one here. I did that this week. If we go down a little bit deeper into my 100, I'll do the same thing, and I'll probably put in a very similar trade, very similar expiration, and another credit spread. I'll also look to add in a debit spread at the same level. If it goes down further towards the 200, I'll put in a credit spread and a debit spread at the same level. Those will be out far enough that I'm not worried about the time. Just go up over the next 12 to 16 months, and I'll be happy. Fair? All right, so I'm going to delete that message and not post it. So delete message. Yep. All right. So that's what I'm liking on GLD. Like I said, I would trade futures the same way. So I think Jonathan's asking about futures. I would trade futures the same way, but right now the gold contracts only go out to March of next year. I want to be out farther. So perhaps there's like a clean list or clean options chain with more expirations and longer durations. And I'll consider that for like longer term investments on gold futures. Same thing is true on silver futures. I like both of those. Bitcoin is, poking some fresh highs again today. IBIT is okay. It's getting there. I bought some more. So I bought at 43.35. I will buy some pullbacks. There's no options on this one, but it looks really good to correlate. So if we're still going to run up to 100 grand, then there's still some percentages to gain. So let me go here. That would be another 41% to hit symmetry on Bitcoin. And if we go another 41% on this, it should be roughly where the top of that green box is. Oh, hey now, maybe I'm shortchanging myself. So let me see. Well, first off, let me see what this is. Let's go from this bottom. Okay, bottom to top is 54%, and bottom to top is 54%. Okay, now let's go current price to symmetry. I'm gonna adjust this. I will adjust this. That is a 41% move. IBIT, let's go 41% from current price because I'm gonna move this target. 41% from current price. Ooh, let's get even higher. Okay, 41% puts me around 61.63. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, if Bitcoin hits, I'm going to put my measured move. Bitcoin hits symmetry measured move. About 107K. Okay, so if I'm owning shares of IBIT and I'm trying to get this ripped to 100,000 plus or symmetry, I'm looking at IBIT going up to $61. I would not mind that at all. Am I bullish or bearish on the dollar? I think the dollar is in an absolute trap right now where there's nothing to do on the dollar until we break through this election high or this election low. All this is noise. All this is chop. I wouldn't touch a dollar pair unless we find either a breakout or a breakout. Stay out of it. That's my thought. I think that's the easiest way to avoid nonsense on the dollar. Okay. The dollar was clear at resistance to sell off. It was a clear bear trap to rally. I hate it in the middle. It's been this crazy disruptive move through the election. I think you just wait for this and call it a master candle. You break out 50% or 100%. You break out 50% or 100%. Just wait for the candle to break. That to me is it's a much easier strategy than trying to guess now. Fair? All right. Let me see something here. Okay. So that's it we got 2 minutes for closing bell. I was going to try, I don't know if I can do this or not. Can I ask you a question real quick? If I play a little video, will you tell me if you can hear it? Okay. Will you tell me if you can hear it? So I'm going to push play on something right now. Let me know if you can hear this. Okay. So let me drag this over. It's just going to be audio. And then if it works, I will pop in a video, but just give me a second. And here it comes. 3, 2, 1, go. Can you hear this? You can? Okay, so you can hear that conversation, right? Let me get some chat. No, can't hear it. Nope. Okay. Let me see something. I don't think I can download. It's okay. I'm just trying to figure out how I can download and play something. I'd have to use it through like an OBS streaming service instead of Restream. That's kind of a pain in the butt. I'll do this. Deanna, same. So what I think might be easier is if I can download that and then upload it, I'll just throw it into my YouTube channel. Is that fair? That'll be the easiest way to do it. I don't know if I can do it on the fly with Restream. Okay. All right. Give me a second. I'm going to download. Hopefully this actually is the video. Recording. Okay. Yep, just give me a second here. So if I download this full video, 8 for 8, Papa John, you got daily profit play 8 for 8. Good, man. All right, let me check this real quick. Make sure this is the video that runs the whole time. Okay. All right, I have to do maybe a quick trim there. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I've got a video. I'm gonna upload it to my YouTube channel. It was just a webinar that I just did, so I'll post it on YouTube. It'll be archived. You can watch it anytime you want. I'm doing the same webinar tomorrow morning at 12 noon Eastern time. I guess tomorrow afternoon. But it was a really good session today. We had a lot of people in the room, and we had a great week on the strategy. So it all kind of came out genuinely, spoke from the heart. It's like, I love this strategy. I couldn't have asked for a better week. And, anyway, if you're interested, I'll just post it on YouTube and you can check it out. Okay. All right. So I'll get that posted and uploaded maybe in the next 15 to 20 minutes, or maybe 20 to 30 minutes. It goes live on my channel. I'll premiere it. Feel free to watch it. It'll be archived. I'll keep it there. So officially closing bell. Pretty fantastic week overall. Okay. SPY on the week, we had a crazy, like, double expected move. I mean, from low to high, this candle was a monster. So low at 567, high at 599. That is insane. That's a $32 move on what's supposed to be about a $14 move. Insane. So that's double the weekly trading range and then some. The NASDAQ, same thing, just crazy weekly green up to all-time highs again. Congratulations on just enjoying the ride, having the courage to trade through the drama of the election in case you're worried about stuff. And again, I was too. I had hedges going. I lost on a couple of hedges this week, but it more than made up for it when I had like a $40,000 bump in profit this week, and that's with offsetting the hedges. So anyway, all-time highs on the Qs, all-time high on the Dow. Russell had a holy fudge, man. The Russell was just a monster. That's impressive. 9% for the week. Now, this brings me back to what we saw here late 2023 when this thing just went bananas for like 30%. That was a 27% rip in a matter of like 3 months. That one candle. Look, I'm not saying that I don't like the Russell. In fact, I would love to see a bull flag on the Russell to see if this is warranted to go higher. But I will say this, a pullback would be great before I get long. I've taken most of my profit. I was long all year on the Russell, just trying to get dynamic support, stay patient, stay grindy, and try to get back to these all-time highs, thinking this would be a catch-up trade. That, to me, I will say is good enough. Good enough. I know that we're right there around those all-time highs, and we could still hit them. But I'm not sitting here trying to hold on to it because I had trades that were going to be expiring in December, expiring in January. And if I didn't time this well enough over that December, January expiration, I would have had those options, losing value, and maybe I'd have to exercise them in order to get them paid out. And it's like, it was just way easier just to open the trade as an option, close that as an option, and not fool around with tying up a bunch of capital. So to me, that was an awesome little pop for the week. I closed out around 236, 237. When we were sitting, I had a 240 by 240 or 240 by 275 bull call spread, 245 by 275 bull call spread, $7.50, closed out for $13 and $13. So that's a pretty good win on the Russell this week per contract. I was happy with that one. I'm not trying to be greedy on the Russell. I think that's it. Like, we go higher, that's fine. But for right now, I'm not trying to push it. I'm impressed. It's awesome. We catch all-time highs. Fantastic. But I'll move this up here now, and we'll see the next time this alert goes off if we're at all-time highs. Okay. Anything? Somebody asked me about Aussie what? Aussie Swiss, as I saw earlier. Aussie Swiss on the weekly, a big old indecision candle. On the daily, just stay patient, man. I still like Aussie Swiss. I like the positive swap. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna keep it. This pocket and inefficiency, I'm trying to get the Aussie Swiss back to these highs around 6,100. I just think we're dealing with some noise right now, maybe a bit of broadening pattern in here. So just expect some chop. If it comes back down, that's fine, right? So high, low, higher, high. Maybe it does this, like maybe it just grinds more and then finds a way to go higher, but that's the low that I'm after. I still wouldn't mind buying this as a currency low double bottom and trying to get back to the same high. But I'm keeping my trade size very small. I'm building positions when they're offered. But I've been like long and waiting for this and long, and I've added it over here. So I've been all over the place. I don't need to force a bunch more trades. Now I'm only interested in looking to one, hit my profit, or two, find some crazy good support. So I'll just let it do its thing. And if I get paid, on a standard lot, if I get paid like 10, 15 bucks a day to do it, I'll take that trade, Anyway, that's that. Good stuff. JRP says, great daily profit play this week. Missed waterfall trade. See you on Monday. Sounds good. Yeah, daily profit play. I was 7 for 8 this week. Weekly waterfall or weekly waterfall income was 18 of 18 this week, which, full disclosure, that did take about 2 to 3 weeks to get those trades to close out, but they were all in and they all took profit this week, which was really fun. But daily profit play was a grind, but still made money this week. And, I wasn't super active. I had a ton of stuff going on. I think I probably traded like 500 plus trades this week. So it was a very busy day every day. And, I took some stabs, grabbed some profit. I was happy, whatever. Okay, so let me do this. I'll wrap it up here for the final hour session. Happy Friday. I'm going to get a video up on my YouTube channel. Look for that to premiere probably by 4:30 p.m. Eastern time or 5 p.m. Eastern time. I just want to make sure the video can process. It's about a 2-hour session. It's a 2-hour webinar. It is a session that I will be running on Monday. So if you are interested, I can include the link. Deanna, can you do one favor for me? You can throw it in Slack if you want to. Can you give me... I need the... Or... Let me check something real quick. Oops, that was not right. Give me 1 second. Okay. Got it. So here's one we do. All right. So in the video description, I'll include a link. So if you're interested, you want to join my live session on Monday, you're interested in the class, wanting to hear more, be in the live session strategy guide, all that stuff, I'll make sure I post that link in the video description. Okay. All right. Yep. And I'll be live tomorrow as well. If you'd like to sign up for the webinar tomorrow, let me see if I can get a link on that. I think Deanna can just post it in the YouTube chat if you want to. And that'll be a link for noon. It's a noon webinar tomorrow. I'll be live. Okay. Francois, nice. 50% on the second daily profit play. Excellent work there. Okay. All right. Thank you, Deanna. Appreciate that. Okay. And everybody, since we're on YouTube, kindly hit that thumbs up button for me. Let that algorithm see that you love the channel, love the content, and you're happy it's Friday. Okay. 2-hour video. Yes, it's a 2-hour webinar that I just did a couple hours ago, and I'm just going to post an encore, and I'm just going to do it on my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check it out. It's my waterfall income strategy, which is a live session I run every Monday. And it has been it's honestly, it's a very easy strategy. I promise you that. But I have been intentionally more aggressive because I did expect this melt up to happen. We did get the melt up to happen. I was also interested if we had any dips in the market that I was wanting to buy pretty aggressively. But what happened instead? We got the melt up. We didn't have really any aggressive pullbacks. We had like a 3% dip and the market ripped higher, 8, 9% on the Russell, 4, 5, 6% on the S&P and the Qs. Everything that we wanted to have happen happened. 2 or 3 weeks of trades we've been sitting on and letting them marinate. They all close out for profit. It's awesome. And moving forward, it's just going to continue to be this style of strategy where it's very systematic. It's very routine. I take it's essentially one trade a week. But I was, like I said, more aggressive. And I'm going to continue to be pretty aggressive on this strategy until the end of the year. So food for thought. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, I see that too. And I will say, if anybody's in my daily profit play, which look, I've got a bunch of traders that are vocal in my live trade sessions and my Discord on daily profit play, and these traders are killing it every single day, every single week. So I know that traders that came in the strategy with like zero education on the strategy quickly picked it up, quickly learned it, made it their own. I'm watching traders take, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades a day. I've seen as much as 8 a day. It can be as crazy active as you want it to be. Traders are closing out for, 3, 4, $500 a day, $1,000+ a day. Like, make it your own. I'm just telling you, it's a great strategy for daily income. That's what daily profitly is. Waterfall income is taking the concept of positive drift, dollar cost averaging, using options, risk defined, systematically taking a trade once a week, generating a kind of a domino effect of weekly income. I love it because it is way easier. I can just get on the live session for 1 hour a week and got trades that roll in and they do their thing. And my average hold time is about 11 to 12 days. It was spot on with what I tested over an 11-year period. We've gone through bull and bear markets. I just keep grinding on this thing. It's been awesome. Okay, cool. All right, I'll let you go. Look for that premiere on my YouTube channel if you want to check it out. If you want to join me live, I'll be live on Saturday at noon. And I can post that link in my Discord as well. So there you go. Yeah, Papa John says, today was my least profitable day, only $585. Boo hoo. All right, good stuff, everybody. Yep. All right, keep up the good work. Have a great weekend. I'll see you tomorrow at noon if you want to join me in the webinar. And off we go. All right. See you, everybody. Talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.